really. I would do it with you.
I wish I had someone to come with me, but I don't. Like, I could have my mom come, but that would just be. She doesn't know Martina like she knows Michaela.
Hmm.
Like that would just be weird to have her as my plus one. And then I'm like, I could get Kaylee to come with me, but it's on a Thursday. Kaylee's got
I hear that
class.
that's popular. What? Why is that? Because it's cheaper to do Thursday stuff.
I don't know.
Like a
I thought the date of January 23rd, like 1, 2, 3, that's probably why they picked it. That's like the only way I can think of. But yeah, I'm like, I love those guys. Really genuinely do. I wish I could be there for them. But I just don't think I can like subject myself to just hours of, you know, awkward, I'm just not good at that kind of thing. I've got social anxiety.
I
I
do
wish I
too.
I wish I just wouldn't give a shit and just show up and be like, well,
I got social anxiety, but I don't know. Sometimes I force myself to break. I mean, I really do, but I force myself to break the ice with some people. It's really just a matter of starting,
yeah.
because like I feel so awkward. Did I take a picture of this little guy? I think I
Yeah,
did.
like once I'm comfortable, then it's like then I don't give a shit. And I can feel like if I feel like I connect with you, then I'm like, all right. Like I can crack a joke and this person won't think I'm weird. Or maybe they will. I don't know. But yeah, I just have ample like opportunities to meet people. And that's another thing too is like the FOMO of like, well, you have an opportunity to actually go out and meet people, but this is not a I'm not actually gonna like talk to these people ever again is the thing.
True, but it's good
So,
practice, I
and
guess.
like the way you make friends organically is like basically going to the same place, seeing the same people over and over again until, you know, that way it's not weird. It's like, oh, I see you come here all the time and blah 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 blah. And then it's like, all right. But if it's just like, hello, would you like to be my friend? I might not ever see you again. It doesn't work like that.
I feel you, girlie.
So yeah, if I wanted to like actually make friends, I would go to somewhere on a regular basis, somewhere that I like, maybe something that piques my interest. That way I can meet like-minded people and I would just go there continuously until I make a new friend. It's it's like I can't be the only one in this boat, right? Do you know what I mean? Like I can't be the only one that feels this way.
No,
Like I have
I
a
know
very
you're.
small handful of friends,
No, you're definitely
and
not.
I wish I had more. But
Legitimately, I during the day when I'm really bored, I browse Reddit, Long Island specifically, because I really like to see what's going on, and there's so many people who say legitimately word for word exactly what you're saying on the Long Island
really,
subreddit, and I'm sure the same thing's going on the Sarasota subreddit. I just don't browse it. I am subscribed to it because of you, uh, but
Where's the
yeah,
tower? There it is.
it's not stealing if I'm dressed as a black shirt. Um, yeah, I do. I see it a lot, so you're certainly not fudging alone.
and like when I am comfortable with you, I can be super outgoing. It just takes a really long time to get to know me, I feel.
Yeah, it's because you're wacky and you're weird. JK, really?
I just I don't know.
You're
Like
not
with
wacky.
like with coworkers at work, it's like why did it take them you know, they had like this preconceived sort of like expectation of the kind of person they thought I was
What do
based
they think
on
you
the way
you
I
are?
look. And then it's like I'm nothing like you think, you know, like they basically read a book by its cover and then they project weird shit on me and I'm like, I don't know where this is coming from, but I don't like it.
Wait,
And
what's the
please
book?
stop presuming that I'm a stuck-up bitch. Like
Why do they think that?
I don't know.
Is it because you're really pretty? And
Well, like I don't think that that's
I'm here,
I'm
aren't
not saying that. I'm just saying
no,
that
I'm
like
saying
I
that.
might fit a certain archetype of
I?
person
Follow me.
that might be a bit, you know, judgmental maybe, or I don't know. Like who knows? I don't know. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like I might fit a certain archetype of person that might be kind of bitchy or I don't know.
I don't. Are we talking about specifically appearances, or you come off that way?
Just appearances. Yeah, appearances and then maybe like
What am I supposed to do here?
there would be no other like way a person could judge me beyond like that kind of surface level and maybe the way that I speak, but I don't know. They don't like people don't know people's backgrounds and they just I don't know. They try to put the pieces together and they're wrong.
That'll do it.
I hope I'm making sense.
No, you're making sense.
Um, so yeah, I find that to be an obstacle when like meeting new people.
Well, I wouldn't think about that part. Oh, shit.
Excuse me.
Is that very loud? Hindi didn't even hesitate with that one. He just knocked them the fuck out. Okay. I wouldn't let that stop you, girly. Just because you're beautiful and pretty.
Oh, stop.
True, though. Well, it true. Oh, shit. You whoopsie daisy. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, Gina. Fuck off. Oh, this is about to be a fight.
Yeah, but if you just hear like the conversations Kaylee and I would have, then it's like, oh damn.
Jesus
Sweet
Christ.
dreams.
Yeah, you're a nice.
And then I can be really crazy and like super duper goofy. But you know this already.
I know this.
Yeah, it like I'm not like this. I'm only like this with you and with Kaylee and like with people that I really feel like comfortable with. But it's like to me, I'm like, damn, it's such a shame that like other people can't see how funny I am.
Well, I feel this
Or,
way
like-
too about certain things, but the thing is
What if
Yeah.
they've done something to her? I put her in this
people are
situation.
people are
Don't worry.
people, and not
We'll find
everyone
her before
can be
anything
attached to my sense of humor.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
A card, the Tower, a tarot card depicting the Tower Arcana.
Tower. It's appropriate.
But it only comes out when I'm like feel comfortable with somebody, you know? And
Yeah.
that's a rare thing.
Well,
That's kind of
same.
a rare thing.
Same. I think that's the case for a lot of people.
Yeah.
that really
yeah.
only get to see the true side of them when you're really good friends with them. Because, like, I told you, I when I hung out with Amanda's friends, those were not my people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I could ever really make them my people.
Nice to meet you.
And I'll never
Oh,
forget they
yeah.
said
I've been having this sort of like dialogue with myself too, like with the what you're saying, like not my people. Like, yeah, I can relate to that 100% with certain people where I've literally thought to myself, like, why am I even bothering with these people? Not my people. But then that leads me to the question of, well, then who are my people? You know, like I am not, I can't be put
Something's
into a
holding it in place on the
box.
other side.
And also, I don't know, I find that like, I find it difficult to answer that question. Like, who are my people? Right?
yeah. Yeah, you're right, girly. But like, I don't know. I accept that those people aren't my people, but it's weird because it's like because they won't try to know me, they won't see the real side of me, and that's their loss. Whatever.
Yeah, I
Easy
know.
come, easy go. Because I'll never forget. Like when I hung out with them that night, they were playing stupid fucking normie card games. Fuck me. I really that is such
Cards
a
Against
fucking
Humanity.
pet peeve. That's one of them, but God fuck me, it's such a pet peeve. It's so fucking cringe to me.
The card games.
Yes.
Well, those games are like meant to be played while you're drinking.
I was drinking.
Yeah.
I was drinking. But it's like they're like
And also like when you're 21 years old,
oh yeah, that too.
you know, not 29. Like I'd rather actually if I still drank, I wouldn't want to be playing card games. Like I would want to I actually don't know. Well, I wouldn't want to be playing card games. I'd want to be doing something a lot more entertaining.
I mean, card games are fun, but like they will like marathon this shit, and it's like, oh my god, aren't you guys bored of this? It's so. I don't know. I feel like it's almost bitter to say it, but it's so fucking performative. It's like, well, we're all drinking. Guess we got to break out the card games, and it's like, do we? Do we have to do that? I don't know. That's just a me thing. Ooh, a carpaccio e pepe recipe. To my grandfather, wishing that you may finally find a husband. To my granddaughter, wishing that you may finally find a husband. I leave you my recipe for cacio e pepe. Oh, cacio e pepe is so good. Crush peppercorns with a pan, then fill the pan with water. Salt the water until it tastes of the sea, and then boil it. Salt the water until it tastes like the sea is very funny. Place into the water enough spaghetti to feed a strong Italian man and cook until al dente. Drain all but a ladle of the water, then add the peppercorns
A
and
lot of
enough
salt.
pecorino to kill a donkey.
The sea has a lot of salt.
It does, yeah.
Like a lot.
Stir and serve with a kiss to the forehead. Ingredients: 400 grams of spaghetti, 2 tablespoons of peppercorns, 150 grams of pecorino. I mean, it's basically just slightly fancier mac and cheese, let's be real.
Yeah, oh yeah. I know why I even brought this up when we went on a tangent, but yeah, like I feel guilty for having to say no to Martina and Eric's wedding because I just know that it's going to be painful for me. And I'm never going to see these people ever again. But I love Martina and Eric, and I would love to be there for them. Like, I just feel terrible. I would feel terrible either way. Like,
No.
it's a lose-lose situation for me. You know?
I get you, Tara girl.
I don't think I can bring myself to do it.
Nice meeting you here.
But I love them,
Pleasure's all
and
mine.
I want
Miss
them to
Lombardi.
know I love them.
I hoped Juliana would be safe after joining the cult.
Oh, yeah? Sounds like she was running away from something.
Well,
She's a good person. And That makes you a lot of enemies these days.
Did you ask Kaylee if she wanted to be your plus one for that wedding?
It's first of all, it's a Thursday, and she has school and work
Right, the
on
Thursday thing.
Thursdays, and she stays late. Like super duper late on Thursdays, if I recall. Oh,
Too easy.
yeah, if like Kaylee came to the wedding with me, it's in Parrish.
Ho sentito qualcosa.
I don't know.
Nice and easy.
And then I would cry again. And Jesus.
Pleasure's all
That's,
mine.
that part's okay.
Yeah, I would get over that real quick. But I just don't want to be uncomfortable. Which I know I will be.
Me understand too. You've already outright said no.
No, but I have to tell her by the 20th, which is in a few days from now.
Okay. Where is that one happening again? I'm sorry.
It's in Parrish. It's like over an hour away.
East Coast?
No, it's on this side.
Well, you could always... If you're feeling... I wouldn't feel too bad about it, girl. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I don't want to go to a lot of the fucking weddings I'm invited to. And I really don't feel like I have to feel bad about it. Like, I'm fucking nervous because I have to wish Marissa a happy birthday. With her birthday's in a few days. And I really don't want to bring her to bring up to me the fucking wedding. Because I really don't want to go to it.
You have to wish her a happy birthday?
No, I don't have to, but we wish each other happy birthdays every year. And I'd feel really weird not doing it. Yeah, and I have a strong
locked.
feeling she's gonna ask me about the wedding.
Allora, chi è il tuo contatto, eh?
Oh,
Te
shit.
lo chiedo un'ultima volta, dopodiché io ti spacco la faccia!
It's a big man.
Gina!
E voi chi diavolo siete?
Dr. Jones,
I'll deal with him.
I'll deal with him.
aspetta che ti spiego. Untie your feet, Dr. Jones. Hey, Strambo, untie your feet.
Just sucks. It sucks because I really do love those guys.
Yes, Dr. Jones is an American who is looking for his missing cat.
Che bravo uomo. You must love your pet, as all good men do.
There's a very special place in my heart.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we were looking for a cat mummy.
Amica mia. Avevi perso questo. Grazie mille. Senti, io rischio troppo di rimanere
Yeah.
qui. Io devo andarmene. Dove sono le chiavi?
Anyway,
I'm nervous for my own sister's wedding.
yeah.
Because I gotta speak
È
at
tutto
it,
libero.
but...
Wait, you said you had information for Dr. Jones.
The Vatican has been spying on you since you were digging in Siwa. This goes high up, Dr. Jones. Your mass has stumbled on something of great value to them. I found this document from the Vatican secret agency authorizing.
Okay, sorry. Enough about like.
In this key,
I don't want to think about
Don't
anything
stress it,
stressful.
girlie. No, we're relaxing
Maybe
right
the
now.
cat is up there, huh?
Thanks.
I gotta get out of this outfit. Should not be looking like a black shirt.
All right, you help me. Now, what can I do for you?
First, I must set up a meeting with a well-informed third party.
So
I will leave a
yeah,
note
this
for you with
book.
instruction in the system channel.
It's like pulling teeth with this lady. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I
Vatican spies, huh?
consumed
Definitely
quite a lot of
explains
this
a few
book
things. Well, now that I
in
have this
one
key,
go, which.
I should look for that locked door.
So basically,
Tough gal. Couldn't get
it's
her to
about
fuck.
this girl named Lucia.
I'm gonna read this interrogation document real quick. Suspect. A nun who was found near Officer Rodolfo's body claims to have found him already dead. Suspect refuses to talk, clearly has previous interrogation experience, perhaps a communist spy. She'll break eventually and reveal her co-conspirators. Need to inform Father Ventura that communist spies may have infiltrated the Vatican. Okay.
Yeah, this girl named Lucia, she's, we find her at the beginning of the story working for, a family, or like a husband and wife, who don't have a lot of money. She is working as a scullion, and she basically sleeps in the dirt, slaves away all day, and we know that she goes to church every single morning. Because she is also was Jewish and then was forced to convert, or like her ancestors were forced to convert, and now they're sworn to, you know, be Christians or be Catholics.
Well,
And
you know,
because of
this
their
girl has a
Jewish
closet.
lineage, because she was also an ethnicity, they,
Tara, wait. Look.
What?
Look. Oh my fucking god. No
Oh my
fucking
God.
way.
Seriously? That's what you wanted to show me?
Yes, this is Taylor's favorite artifact.
Okay, take a picture and
Oh.
send it to him.
Shit. I didn't. Alright, sorry. Continue.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to show you that.
Stupid. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Moving on. So she's working for Don Marius and Doña Valentina. And we find out she's got special singing powers, where she sings some words in lots of different languages. She actually doesn't even know where the words come from, but she knows they're in Greek and Turkish and Latin and pretty much all over the place. And she just kind of like conjures up the words and she's so far we know she can repair things. She can kind of like she can break glass, and she can sing a little ditty and put it back together again. And her employer, I guess we should call her Doña Valentina, basically catches her fixing burnt bread and also fixing one of her dresses. And so in this world, this kind of like universe, magical people do exist. Like the world is kind of aware that these people with these abilities and they call them like miracle workers, basically, because it all links back to the Catholic Church and during the reign of King Philip II, which is like 1500s Spain. The Inquisition, I suppose, was happening at the time, and so there were a lot of like religious wars or whatever. And anyway, so she gets caught, and Doña Valentina decides to exploit her by showcasing her gifts during her nightly, she would invite like her peers and stuff like that to have dinner, and then by the end of the dinner she'd be like, Lucia, like, show them what you can do. And then she would do it, and then the people would be like, oh wow, oh my god, and then they'd get more invitations and everything like that, because Doña Valentina and Don Marius's reputation are not great. Like, people think that they're kind of, first of all, they know they're poor, and they're not really highly esteemed in the community. So that's why Doña Valentina is like wanting to impress all of her peers so that they can maybe, I don't know, for her own.
Pause really quickly. Remind me again, what is the name of this book? I'm sorry.
It's called The Familiar.
The Familiar. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, The Familiar. By Leigh Bardugo, my favorite author. So there's one night during one dinner where this one dude is in attendance, and she did her little goblet trick where she would smash a goblet on the ground, and then she would sing her little incantation, and it would, go back to normal, and the entire guests at dinner would be amazed and clap and stuff like that. But one guy was like not impressed. He was like, and? He goes,
Okay.
Is that it? What else can you do? And so Doña Valentina is like nervous. She's like, oh, he's not impressed. And so, and also, Lucia, she like kind of like claps her hands and stamps her feet as she's singing, because she doesn't want the people to hear the lyrics that she's singing, because they're old and they're sacred, and she doesn't know how powerful they are, but she's afraid that like in the hands of somebody else they could be used, and she doesn't know where these words are coming from. She just knows that she's channeling it and they're working, but if someone else were to use them, she doesn't know, so she tries to hide the lyrics. Anyway, I just think it's funny. I can just see her like stomping and singing at the same time, looking like an absolute lunatic, and she does, and it is odd, but anyway. Yeah, so she shows this guy, she does actually end up lighting all the candles and stuff like that. Like she's very powerful. And yeah, she ends up impressing the guy, and even Doña Valentina's like, I didn't even know you could do, like, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you were that good. I thought that maybe, anyway. So this guy looks at her, and he's like, okay. And turns out he was kind of an informant
Color me intrigued.
planted by her aunt, whose long game we do not know, but we know that she's like plotting, and we're just like, whatever, man, like, I don't know what your long game is, but you're helping. Oh, and her aunt is like the only family she has. Like, her mom is dead, her dad is dead, she only has her aunt. Her aunt also has magical abilities. Nobody knows this, though. Like, she's very good at keeping it secret. So, oh, and by the way, no one knows Lucia is related to her aunt. They keep it very, very quiet because, first of all, they're both Jewish. Like, originally, they have Jewish blood. And so, like if they found out that Lucia was Jualit's niece, they would accuse Jualit of being like a demon. And she and a witch or whatever, and she could have fucking she was able to like marry this very wealthy man as well, so they could probably accuse her of like giving him a love potion or some bullshit. Who knows, influencing him in some way. So
Okay.
they're keeping it very, very quiet. And then on top of that as well, like they both have to they're very, very aware of their religious background as well, with the Jewish thing. So they're constantly having to eat pork in front of other people. That's why they go to church every day, not just Sunday. They go every day. Because no matter how devout they are, like the community will always kind of look on them as not Catholic enough. Just because they were forced to do, their people were forced into. Okay, so now that we've established this, the informant goes to Lucia's aunt's husband and tells him about her. And so his name is Don Victor. That's right, Don Victor. So Don Victor shows up at the house and basically asks if he can. Well, he offers her a job, I think. But then he also says. So there's this thing called a. El Torneo, which is Spanish for tournament.
Okay.
And it's held by this guy named De Perez. And he has connections to King Philip II. De Perez is a super devout, very extremely wealthy man. And he is holding a tournament for these sort of miracle workers to be able to serve in the king's court, essentially.
Let's see if I got this puzzle right. Sorry, I've been solving this puzzle as you've been talking.
Okay.
Let's see if I solve this right. I was doing some work as you were doing that. I was solving a ledger. Alright, so by my calculations, it's 5879. Oh, please be right, Andrew. Oops. Damn it! Fuck, what did I do wrong? Damn it. Alright, sorry. You can continue. I'm gonna keep trying this.
Okay. So yes, the tournament.
The
Oh, and by the
tournament,
way, Don Victor has a servant in his employ by the name of Santangel. Now, Santangel is described as being tall, ghostly white, with completely white hair. Even the color of his eyes are extremely light, and he looks super gaunt and ghastly and like just ill, like 5 seconds away from death, basically. And he's probably a little older than Lucia, and he's working for Don Victor and his family, and apparently has been for quite a while. So just keep that in mind. So Santangel is has been introduced at this point in the story. Don Victor wants proof that Lucia is the real deal, and so Juliet, her aunt, brings her over to the house, and she showcases her talent, and she like basically grows an entire vineyard in their courtyard. And he's like, oh fuck, okay. Like, this isn't some random servant girl. Like, yeah, it might be some random servant girl, but like, God gave her these gifts? Shit. Okay. So,
I get it.
and Santanhel is there to witness it, and he's just kind of, so he's an observer at this point. Also, she's like, he's crazy looking. And he's intriguing. He's a very intriguing character. Like, and people are afraid of him because of this, and they think that he's like, there are rumors about him that he like sold his soul to the devil and all this stuff, and for good reason, because he does not look human. And okay, so anyway, so Don Victor is pretty much got this girl. Now she's still like living at her original employer's house, but they moved her from the pig pen to the bedroom upstairs, and they're actually starting to treat her nicer, because part of the reason is because they're kind of afraid of her now that they know that she's capable of like, and by the way, up until this point as well, Lucia has been kind of pretending to be meek and kind of docile and not very talkative, illiterate even. I mean, she's never told anyone she can't read, but people just assume she can't. So she kind of just lets them think that she's kind of lowly intelligence, but she's extremely sharp. And but because people have treated her this way, she almost kind of convinces herself that she is a bit, unworthy. But as the story has progressed and she's kind of like becoming a person again, or at least, or just for the first time, she's realizing like, I am not that person. I am not that person I was pretending to be. So she's like, and I always knew that, but I'm also, I feel like I didn't at the same time. I feel like I've been lying to myself when I'm a lot more powerful than I give myself credit for. And doing this tournament and training for this tournament has like fired a light inside me. And so she's evolving. So Santanhel, the vampire-looking boy man, apparently is the one that's going to be training her for the tournament. And the first part is basically what she has to do is put on a show for De Perez. And it's just gotta be, she's just gotta be the best performer. It's basically a performance. So they're buying her the costumes or the gowns, and they're like the first thing that they had her wear was like this black gown that almost looks like, it's kind of like a nod to a nun, but or like the things that girls wear in convents, long black sleeves all the way up to the neck, very pious, very innocent, very yeah. So they had her wearing one of those, but like more immaculate, obviously. And just to showcase like her ability to perform miracles, right? And yeah, it's just a big old performance. And some of the people that are in this tournament, like, could be frauds for all we fucking know, you know? They just want to get closer to the king, I guess. So Sun Angel is training her. And, turns out he's actually a pretty down-to-earth guy.
There we go.
He's very mysterious, he's very intelligent. Like, he's very wise, which makes you think that he's just very, very old.
Yeah.
Like, we know, he would be looking like a vampire, so I'm gonna assume he's, like, fucking old. And he speaks that way as well. But he's got a thing for Lucia, like, he's kind of got a soft spot for her for some reason. Even though, like, there's nothing outwardly remarkable about her, but I think having her, their back and forth is very straightforward. Like, they don't talk around certain subjects. Like, they're very direct with each other. And, it's, they have a good relationship, or like a good foundation to start with, and then so now their relationship is growing, and I think it's weird because they're like, you're not even a man. Like, people are telling this to Sana, like, you're not even a like a man. But oh, and also here's another thing too, like, as Lucia is using her magic around Sun Angel, he's actually getting like a little bit more bounce in his step. His skin is looking better. His strength is up. He's looking healthier overall in general. So like, her magic is actually giving him life. And she's not even doing it on purpose. Just being around her is giving him life again. So like, so we're like, it seems like he cares about her, but he doesn't want to admit it. But also, people are really skeptical of his
Buon pomeriggio, padre.
Greetings, Father.
intentions, because while he might be really clever, we don't know if we can trust him, essentially. I think he's a good guy. I would be really disappointed if he wasn't. But I'm still kind of like, I don't know. This story could like pull a fast one on me, and he could end up being not a good man. Like, I don't know. Because there's a lot of not good men in this story. So, shit, I don't know.
Trovo che questo sia il periodo migliore del...
And he just told her that what he was referred to as, he wouldn't really allude to how long ago, but he said in another time, or like he said like in another world, in another place, I used to be called a familiar. He did not say what a familiar was, just that, like, I acknowledge that, like, I'm not fully human. So, I mean, how could you fucking look at him and be like, that's a normal man. So,
I'm not
yeah,
fucking human.
More medicine.
I hope I'm explaining this in an interesting way. This is a very good story so far. Like, I really do like it. But there's just a lot of, like, names to remember, a lot of moving pieces, the chronology of it all. So, yes. They've got her at this tournament, and she does well during the initial performance. And her and San Angel had been rehearsing, like, the glasses trick. So, like, there was a giant stack of, like, small little glass goblets or whatever, and she was gonna, like, knock over all of them and then use her magic to, like, put them all back together again in pyramid formation.
Okay.
But unfortunately, this one other girl, that's one of the
What's this?
contestants, I guess you would call it. They use another word for it, but I'll just call her contestants for the sake of like
No,
it
just
making
no.
more sense. She basically asked to go first, and she did the glasses trick. Except we know she's a
have this.
fraud because she used like smoke and mirrors
Grazie,
and like she literally used smoke or some sort of fog to like show the glasses being repaired or like whatever. She did. It was a trick of the whatever. She's a fucking fraud. And she stole Lucia's trick, and she probably heard through the grapevine what her performance was gonna be. Because she had been performing the glasses trick for literally the entire fucking town. So, yeah, anyway. I literally just put that together. Like, how could she have fucking known that that's what she was gonna do? Oh yeah, she had been doing it for like a very long time for the entire town. So, Lucia's like, oh shit. Sound on Hell is like, oh shit. Tom Victor is like, we're so fucking screwed. And Johnny Valentina is like, freak. And anyway. So Lucia walks up there. She's next. And she's in front of her glasses again. This is what she was gonna do. And yeah, she just starts smashing all of the glasses. Like she's just like one by one, just smashing them and smashing them and smashing them. But instead of like doing some stupid performative bullshit, she does her little song and dance, and they start coming back together. But instead of putting them all together, first she takes these pieces of glass from the goblet, and she arranges them in a particular constellation, and she hovers them above De Perez's like head, and made it look like fractals of like godly light through in the shape of this constellation that this man has a connection to or whatever.
Wow.
And so he's like, oh my god, it's like so heavenly. Like these people are just like looking for God in anything that they could possibly. So this guy is looking for an angel or something. And so she's showing him, obviously she's doing like showmanship, whatever. And so that impressed him, obviously. Like he had it was very divine. And so she got away with it. She was super clever. And what happens after that? Yeah, so he like introduces himself to her, and then there's another contestant that plays the I think it's the cello. It's a Spanish word. There's a lot of Spanish words in this story that I'm, based on context clues, am having to like fill in the blanks. But this guy definitely plays either the violin, the viola, or the cello. And I'm pretty sure it's the viola or the cello because the way that they describe the sound. And he has this kid is actually magical as well, because when he plays music, he controls like nature, like the birds will come in, and
Whoa.
anyway, like natural things happen.
He's like Fiona in Shrek. And she sings to the birds.
In a way, yeah.
La 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 la.
So he's like her competition. He's one of the competition that she's kind of got to look out for.
Is she intimidated by him?
Huh?
Is she intimidated by him?
Honestly, not really. It doesn't seem like she is, but now that like she's kind of established herself as a strong competitor, people are trying to kill her. So she had an assassination attempt. Someone put a scorpion in her hairbrush,
What the
and
hell?
Angel had to like wrangle the little scorpion and put it in a jar, and then he found the guy that did it the next morning, and he shoved the scorpion down his throat.
Jesus.
Yep. So people be trying to kill each other out here.
Some
And that's where I last left off, and that was about 45% in the book.
talk
No,
about a trifling
I'm
ass world.
a lot of details.
Possa lo Spirito Santo riempirvi il
Lots
cuore,
of
Padre.
details that are really tie the story together, but I think I did an okay job of explaining what's been going on.
No, I think you did a good job. You did a very good job at that girl.
Thank you.
It sounds very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the characters are like a lot more prevalent, like the Don Victor, Santanel, Jualit is her aunt's name.
Jualit.
Yeah. Donny Valentino, Don Marius.
Hey, Tony
All of these
Valentino.
people, all of these people are like very big characters in the story, and I feel like I didn't really explain their part in all of this, but they're always,
Well.
I'd say they're big parts of the story.
Oh, okay.
And they all have very big personalities.
Perché il razzo
So right now, we've gotten to the point. Like, I'll just read a little bit of the next chapter that I'm in, just to give you kind of an idea of the way it reads. So I'm on chapter 27. and This is
Okay.
40% in. So this is after. So this is after the first trial, I guess, at De Perez's house. Palace, I should say. This man is like filthy rich. And we just found out that the scorpion and the hairbrush, someone saved her. They're getting closer. Little romance thing probably gonna happen between them. I just don't know when. But then also, I don't trust Sun on Hell 100%. I mean, he's hiding something. I don't know. Maybe he's not, because he said he's like, ask me anything, I'll give you the answer. So, but this is after that, and then this is the next day. So he told her like all the competitors are getting ready. Try to talk to them. Try to just feel out the situation. And this is like, okay. So he's like, okay, go there, go now. Blah 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 blah. So it was It was still cold on the eastern terrace, and Lucia was grateful for her cape and her wool stockings. Gracia de Valera sat upon a golden chair, her luminous face shaded by two servants holding a fringed canopy. She wore a gown of coral velvet, the bodice embroidered with tiny buds and flowers, the sleeves and ruff thick with seed pearls. Her large blue eyes slid once to Lucia, then back at whatever dream of glory lay in the middle distance. Oh yeah, they're getting their self-portraits done. That's what it is.
Nice.
An artist was laboring over an easel, his hands dirty with charcoal. The table beside him piled with sketches. This story is very moody. Like, she really paints a picture of like, I don't know. Like, let me just show you what the cover art. This is like probably my favorite cover art for a book I've seen in, I don't even remember how long. This might be my all-time favorite. I don't know. But, oh, damn it. I'll just send you a picture on Discord because
Okay.
my Kindle's black and white and you need to see it in color. It just pops. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? This is so cool. There. That's the cover. That's like the front, the cover.
Let's see. Let me check my thing.
It's in picture.
Oh, yes. When I looked up the book, that's what came up.
Yeah. It's like my favorite cover art
It is quite nice.
of a book that I've seen in quite a while, but it gives like, it's like 1500 Spain, dark. It's like dark and super moody, and I'm here for it. Every second of it. That's like so me. Okay. So an artist was laboring over an easel, his hands dirty with charcoal, the table beside him piled with sketches. He seemed to be working in a kind of frenzy, as if his hands couldn't move fast enough to capture the perfection of Gracia's features. So I think Gracia is one of the contestants, and she's the most, like, she's like a beauty. She's like, but I think she's also a fraud. She might be the fraud. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah.
What the?
So another long table had been laid with platters of fruit and breads baked into the shapes of birds. Theodora Halcon sat on a raised cushion beneath an apple tree. That's another contestant.
Okay.
Her red gold hair braided with ribbons, her dress a cascade of white ruffles. Two of her ladies stood at a distance, whispering to each other. Lucia wondered if she should worry about poison, but unless someone had decided to kill them all, it seemed safe to pile her plate with bread and fruit. Learn from them, Santange said. Very well. If she hoped to survive in Philip's court, she would need to become a spy for herself. She made her way to Theoda and sat down on the other tuffet, trying to arrange her skirts. We were not introduced last night, the little girl said in her high, sweet chirp. No, but I saw you once, at Berucho's warehouse with your father. Berucho is the best of tailors. I had hoped he might make me something a little more interesting, but my father says the king prefers traditional styles. She took a sip from her tiny white cup. Is that
What's
chocolate?
the day, sir?
Yes, and it's very good. Have you had it before? Only once, Lucia admitted. Juanita had arranged for it at her home, a gift from Victor. Lucia and her father had met there, and they'd watched Anna stir the pot, smelling the cinnamon and cloves, and that strange, bitter, wonderful smell. It was one of the last times she could remember her father being clear in his thoughts. He'd made up silly rhymes for them and told the story of when he'd first met Lucia's mother. Lucia had thought, if this is what life can be, it is enough. Teoda signaled to one of her women. Bring La Hermanita a cup of chocolate. Oh yeah, they're calling... So the people at this court are calling
the Lord
Lucia
bless you,
La
sister.
Hermanita,
Little sister.
which I think is like...
Hermana's
I
sister,
don't know
right?
what it... Huh?
Hermana means sister, right?
Oh, yeah, you're
So
probably
it's li-
right.
it's
Yeah,
little
little
sister.
sister. So sister being like none.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it is. Thank you. La Hermanita, yeah. So they're calling her little sister. Or
Yo, lil
nun.
sis!
Little sis. Hey, yeah, little Hermanita is that? Okay. Bring La Hermanita a cup of chocolate. I prefer Lucia. Lucia, then. She bobbed her head toward the artist. My father had a miniature made of me on my 6th birthday. This seems a far more elaborate affair. I've been told only
later.
the winner will be painted in oils. The artist is Italian,
this.
brought from Venice at great expense. He's been laboring over Gracia's sketches for over an hour. You can hardly blame him. She is very beautiful, like a lady in a ballad. She should enjoy the attention while she can. You don't think she can win? Lucia asked carefully. Toyota met Lucia's gaze over her cup. You're the one who specializes in miracles. She glanced toward the palace, shading her eyes. Oh good, the farmer has arrived. Fortun Tonadei emerged into the autumn sunshine, pulling at the lace of his collar, the golden cross resting against his chest. He smiled cautiously when he saw them and waved as if from a country road, then dropped his hand, catching himself in the blunder. He had some kind of stringed instrument slung over his back. And what do you think of his prospects? The holy child made a humming noise. Well, his manners need work, but he's certainly not a fraud. We should be so lucky. No, his power is real, but probably not the most valuable of his gifts. She cocked her head to the side. He is so very beautiful, so many white teeth, such marvelous curls, and funded by Doña Beatriz
God's grace to you,
Ortolano,
sister.
who will happily have you murdered in your bed should you look at him with too much interest. It was strange to hear such words from the mouth of a child, but Lucia supposed Theodora Halcon was no ordinary child. She had seen the future, the past. Oh yeah, so Theodora Halcon, she's like she
seer.
sees the future, I guess. She's very, like, very, very, yeah, her power is real. She predicts things.
Wow.
She had seen the future, the past, into the hearts and minds of men. But you know what? Sant Angel said, and also her aunt, they're thinking like, listen, like, even if Theodora Halcon does get chosen to be the winner, sometimes kings don't want to know their fate. Like, if their fate is not good, the prophet is the one that suffers. Like, the king would fucking chop off the prophet's head, like, who knows? So, it's been done in the past where prophets have given a bad omen, and the king punishes the prophet. So it's like, I don't know. Might not be the best gift to have out of... If anybody, Lucia is, like, in the best position.
Ooh, Tara,
Message, perhaps.
Hmm?
we're gonna
But there are just too many missing pieces.
we're gonna
to solve.
put together this puzzle.
Well then, I'll look for more inscriptions.
Okay. Do you need me to stop?
I can't believe it, Dave. You found all the
Oh.
inscriptions. Oh,
I thought I had to do it in order.
One of these.
It just did it for you.
I thought you'd want it.
What are these ancient relics?
I'm sure.
Well, that's an ancient dildo relic. Sorry.
I know that Tara.
Sorry. It was
But
really,
you're right.
actually really big.
It's too big.
For the Amazon women. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you're right. It's for giant women. This is the story of the giants. Oh, that was a lot more simple than I thought it was going to be. You can continue.
Okay. She had seen the future, the past, into the hearts of, and minds of men. One of her ladies arrived with a cup of chocolate set on a delicate saucer. Lucia took it and thanked her, but then paused. You do not drink, Toyota observed. It's very hot still. She's afraid she's going to get poisoned. The girl grinned, a dimple appearing in her cheek. Here, she said, handing Lucia her half-full cup. Take mine, and I will drink from yours. I feel foolish. Don't. I heard someone slipped a scorpion beneath your pillow. You're right to be cautious. Lucia shrugged, and they traded cups. They lifted them in a toast and drank. She hadn't expected to like the Holy Child, but she did. Fortune approached and bowed to them. Señoritas, may I join you? We would be honored, said Teoda. She gestured for him to sit, and he settled on a chair a respectful distance away. Have you come to play for us? Only if you wish it, he said, setting the vihuela at his feet. That's the word I was... Vihuela.
Vihuela.
Violin, viola...
It's
I don't
probably,
know.
it's probably viola.
Yeah. I'm more at ease with an instrument in my hands. For a farmer's son, conversation is more frightening than a bit of music. Oh yeah, so he's like of no consequence either. Like he's like a son of a farmer. So he's kind of like Lucia in that way, where he's just like, he's come from nothing.
I ain't come from nothing.
We were speaking of Señorita de Valera.
Fountain of Confession.
She was most impressive last night.
Didn't look like this
Theodora's
back in
dimple
the days
appeared
of
again.
Olga the Giant.
Was she? He ducked his head and stammered out, perhaps not
about
so
those
much as her
dragons in the
patron
towers.
expected. Very diplomatic. Fortune reached for the neck of his vihuela, then thought better of it. May I ask you something, Senorita Algon? Lucia was surprised by the girl's giddy laugh. I wondered if you would come right out and ask. Oh, I wondered if you would come right out and ask, Teoda said. Lucia has not quite worked up the courage. Usually people want to know if they will find true love or make a great fortune, but I think I can guess your question.
Dragon of light
You wish to know
turned
which
the
of us will
dark
win the
and
tornado.
sanctuary was unveiled.
His bronzed cheeks flushed. Have I made a fool of myself? No, but I can offer no predictions. My angel is silent when my own fate is too bound up in the outcome.
The dark
Suppose that's for the best, he replied, looking around at the gardens, the glorious facade of the house. That way we can all dream a little longer. At those words, Teoda's merry grin faltered. Is something wrong? Lucia asked. Her small shoulders rose and fell. Her gaze was distant. It's this house. My dreams are troubled here. There's too much silver, too much gold. All of it plunder, all of it stinking of death. At night the walls bleed. Fortune's hand closed over the gold cross he wore, as if he were afraid she'd try to take it from him. That treasure is Spain's by right, as God has willed it. Teoda seemed to wake from her brooding. Of course, she said with a bright smile. As God and our
The
great
interest
king
of the
have willed
monastery
it.
has to be
Now
here.
I'm getting
How
restless.
do I open the secret
She
entrance?
gestured for one of her ladies to help her rise. Lucia hadn't considered how difficult getting up might be, and suddenly missed her stern performance dress with its meager verdugado. Signor Rossi, Teoda called, only God can master perfection. To pretend otherwise is blasphemy. The artist looked up, flustered, brow shining with sweat. Gracia rose, a blossom, gilded by the morning sun, and joined her own ladies, one of whom offered her a broad-brimmed hat trimmed in pale green ribbon. She drifted into the gardens, trailed by two of Beres' footmen, as if she were the one who needed protection. I don't know what to make of Senorita Alcon, said Fortune, his eyes on the girl as she took Gracia's place in the golden chair, her feet dangling well off the ground. That was quite terrifying. Maybe she had wanted to scare them, but Lucia didn't think so. I suspect it's more frightening for her. I hadn't considered that, he mused. She's meant to be an answer to the traitor, Lucrecia de Leon. I don't see how we can compete with such a talent. You believe in the Holy Child's vision? What I believe doesn't matter. If Beres and the king believe in her, well... Again, he reached for his vihuela, and this time he lifted it, let it rest across his knees. If I may say so, your performance last night was extraordinary. Though, Lucia waited. Fortune glanced at the path down which Gracia had disappeared. I wonder if it was the performance you originally intended.
What have you found?
It wasn't.
Gina,
As much as Gracia de Valera deserved the blame, Fortune might simply be
Is this
looking
a
for
hidden door,
gossip to
Dr.
repeat.
Jones?
Opportunity is like porridge.
Where's my
it must be eaten hot.
Are you pursuing some
And
forbidden
you really are a
secret,
kitchen
perhaps?
scullion. I can't pretend otherwise.
look, Gina,
As a simple farmer's
This has been
son,
swell.
I wouldn't wish you to.
and
I'm
I
so
hope you
glad
find
you're
your
here.
sister, but
Her face must
I
have
work
shown her
best on my
surprise
own.
because he said
Where's my
hurriedly,
hat?
have I said something
Here.
wrong? I feel as if everyone here speaks the same language I've known my whole life, and yet I can't
No.
understand a word.
How do we
Lucia
open
knew the
this?
feeling well. It was only that she was fairly sure no one had ever told her they were glad to see her. The closest was Agata shouting, "Finally! Go fetch more water."
Any clues?
Agata was the
well,
cook.
I found this claw.
You said nothing wrong. I'm pleased to
Now, what
be
do we do
here.
with that?
He smiled, his teeth bright against his sun-browned skin.
This fountain must be haunted.
What a pleasure to have a few hours of leisure. I feel
been
as if we're
restored.
children left alone without our
Foundation is
mothers.
at least 1,000 years old.
We're not alone, Lucia said with a meaningful glance at the guards who stood at every doorway. No, I suppose not. I heard of your brush with death last night. It wasn't such a near thing, I assure you. Lucia chose her words carefully. Doña Beatriz is your patroness? Yes.
I know what
Fortune's
I'm
hand
doing.
returned to the gold cross, studded with hefty ovals of jade. A massive emerald at its center, the green dark and cool as a shaded wood.
Perfect.
Lucia's rosary looked shabby in comparison, but she suspected its weight was easier to bear. Such a generous gift, she ventured. He gave an uneasy laugh and dropped his hand. Yes, she is most generous, most kind. Is it very important to her that you win? A ferocity came into his gaze. It is important to me. He dropped his chin, and she wondered if he was going to start apologizing again, but he leaned closer. You are really, truly a scullion? Must I show you my hands as I did Perez? Perhaps your calluses are milagritos too. I can tell you how to make a lye mixture from grape leaves or how to iron a ruff to make a fine curve, if that will help you feel at ease. Fortune rubbed his forehead with his thumb and forefinger. Forgive me, this is all... I know. Overwhelming, baffling, nothing like the existence that had come before. I am a farmer's son. My days were shaped by sunrise and sunset, by rainfall, fear of blight. When Doña Beatriz found me, she gave me music, art, the finest food I'd ever eaten. I should tell you I love the simple life, that I long for home, but... That brilliant smile appeared again, smaller this time, a kept secret. I don't want my father's life. I don't want to work until my back breaks. I don't want to clear fields of stone and harvest the fruit and work the presses. I like this easy life. Lucia couldn't help but smile back. You think a life at court will be easy? Do I sound like a Claybrain? You sound like someone who would rather sleep on a soft bed than a hard one. There are worse sins. Sins, he repeated. He plucked a few notes from the strings of Fijuela's neck. You must understand, I belong to her in every way. De Paredes does not. He isn't. Lucia knew she should be offended, but the suggestion was so absurd she couldn't be. Victor de Paredes would sooner sell his beard than find himself in my bed. Ah, Fortune seemed almost disappointed. I'm flattered you think a rich man would want me for his mistress. Why wouldn't he? Senor Donadei, if we are to be friends, don't flatter me. It makes you look a fool. It makes me feel like one. I know you're not a city beauty, but, he shrugged, you look like the girls from my town. Was this flirtation? Lucia didn't know, but the holy child was right. He was charming. Fortune plucked another series of notes, rising and falling. You aren't scandalized by my situation? Lucia realized she'd made a misstep. She should be scandalized, horrified at a man addressing such things with her, at the idea of a woman violating her marriage vows to take a young musician as her lover. Men and women were brought before the Inquisition for fornication and lewd behavior often enough, but her time with Juanit had made her too ready to accept vice. I'm afraid I've revealed myself, she said as lightly as she could. I'm not one of your good country girls. I was raised in the city, and I've seen things I shouldn't and heard things I never wished to. It was the best excuse she could offer, and it wasn't untrue. Do you love her, Dona Beatriz? I loathe her. The words rumbled in his throat like a pot brought to boil. It's why I must win. If the king makes me his champion, I will have money and silks and fine food, and I will not have to fuck her to get it. Maybe then I won't hate myself so thoroughly. Now Lucia knew she should excuse herself with some loud declaration of disgust. A worthy woman would be scandalized at such language. But no one had heard, no one but her. You should be careful, she said, her voice low. What? I could turn around and tell Doña Beatriz what you said. It would be that easy to ruin your chances and better mine. He stared at her, his hazel eyes startled. But you wouldn't. You don't know me. We're the only two people here who understand what it is to work until your hands bleed. I knew you as soon as I met you, and I know you won't tell her because you're not a pretty snake like Gracia de Valera. Maybe Lucia should tell. A clever competitor would steal any advantage. I won't, she conceded, neglecting to add for now. But this isn't the country. You can't be so honest. I can, his bright smile returned, a white sail unfurling, if I choose my friends wisely. Then tell me something useful. Do you know what the next trial will be? Our purity will be tested. I've been told we will face Satan in front of the vicar, but I don't know what that means. Lucia tried to ignore the chill that overtook her. She supposed the devil himself would come to La Casilla if invited. I'm not sure I want to guess. Lucia, called Teodora from her perch on the golden chair. It's time for you to sit for Signor Rossi. Lucia sighed. Perhaps I look like the girls from his town, too. She started pushing to her feet and was grateful for the hand Fortune offered her, even if it wasn't quite decorous. You cautioned me, Señorita Cotado, he said. I'll give you the same warning. Be careful. I hardly think I'm in danger of being too honest. I saw Don Victor's servant this morning riding out for the hunt. El Alacran. Santanhel. Fortune nodded. He is not what he seems. She pulled back, forcing him to release her hand. What do you mean? Only what I said. Be careful. Fortune smiled and waved her along, as if he'd merely warned of coming rain. See, like, everyone keeps warning her about Santanhel. And I'm like, I like him, I trust him. But, what?
There's something going on.
You don't know. But yeah, I really like this, right? It's like getting really good now.
Incredible.
Oh. Somehow I did the right thing. It definitely sounds interesting, girlie.
I love it.
Oh, she loves it.
I love the, like, costumes, or like I love the gowns, and I love the setting.
The fountain! It's rotating!
I love what Santanhel is. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Just, I love the mood.
Look, there's a handle.
So cool.
I say we try pushing it.
It does sound like a very interesting world.
Yeah.
It's 1500s Madrid.
But magic.
Yeah, like miracle workers. Like the best way I can describe it. But yeah, it's like magic. It is magic though. But the Catholic Church is like, is it Satan or is it gift from God? It's like a very interesting twist to it. I like it a lot.
What handles is she talking about? Why is this little boy in a fountain? There's some. Whoa! It got really dark. There's some Rube Goldberg shit in here.
Part of me wants to
Handles
keep
appeared when the
reading.
fountain rotated.
Oh, these are the fucking handles.
Oh, this is like you get okay. So this it looks like is from the perspective of Santanhel. If you want to know where he's coming from, because like I trust this motherfucker. I don't know.
Baptism. To be cleansed of sin.
We're gonna
Can I read
baptize.
another? Can I read another chapter?
It's a receptacle to carry holy water.
Yeah, you could do that. I'm baptizing this boy.
Oh my god. Okay,
The Holy See
so this is Santanhel's. He's on the hunt.
Sister, you don't know the half of it.
The hunt was tiresome, and Santanhel was grateful to avoid the feast that followed. His appetite for food had returned, but not for the pomp of such meals or the dull conversation that accompanied them. Instead, he walked the palace and the grounds, listening to the idle talk of guards and servants, hoping to gather more information on tomorrow's trial. He was not seen or heard. This was the way he determined, who had placed the scorpion in Lucia's room. The guard had confessed that Gracia de Valera's patron had sent him on his murderous errand, and then he had been silent. As for the scorpion, Santanhel had ridden out to place him in a warm spot by a rocky crag, and spoken the same words he'd said when he'd subdued the little creature. You are not where you belong. The scorpion had crept from his hand, free until death found it. Lucia had asked him what he was, and familiar was the easiest name to put to it. He could have answered, a servant and a captive. He could have said, I am what is needed. Isidro de Paredes had first dubbed him El Alacran, a name meant to shame him, but he was a creature without shame. When he arrived back at La Casilla, he sought out Lucia. He told himself it was to glean what she'd learned from the other hopefuls. Okay, so they're calling them hopefuls. Sorry, the contestants. Hopefuls. But he knew that was not the only reason.
Sanctuary.
He had been without friends or companions for a very long time. The servants in the De Paredes home came and went, lived and died. The scholars and philosophers he wrote to enlivened his days with their letters, suggested visits to their laboratories and
The
libraries,
Ark of Bulrushes.
places he would never get to see.
Carried Moses down the Nile.
He could no longer tell the days or the years apart. Another business negotiation, another piece of land to acquire, another ambitious De Paredes to appease. So yeah, so he's been working for De Paredes family for like generations, apparently.
There was a.
And he's like, just wants to be
scroll inside
free
the,
already. It's like,
chest.
sheesh.
let's just save it for another
Sometimes
time.
he looked at Victor and wasn't sure whose face he was staring into. Also, Victor told him when he was a boy that he was going to free him after he was done doing something or whatever. He's like, after this, and then I will free you. I was like, for real? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Sometimes he looked at Victor, and he wasn't sure whose face he was staring into. Victor's father, his grandfather, the many who had come before. They all chased power as if it were a great hunt, as if there was novelty in its pursuit. Their enthusiasm and drive, the constant burnishing of their name, their flag, their holdings never wavered, never changed. Always they spoke to him as if their goals were his, as if Santanhel shared their endless grasping desire, when all the while he felt nothing. Until that cursed day in the widow's courtyard. Now his heart beat, his stomach growled, his cock hardened. He was a man again, and he didn't know whether to hate Lucia Cottada for this unasked for awakening or fall at her feet in gratitude. It was a kind of madness, but one that could be cured. When he was free, then he would see the world. He would remember what it was to be human and forget the scullion he had chosen to doom. Concha opened Lucia's door and scurried away without being asked. At last, Lucia said when he entered, I thought you had disappeared entirely. If only it were that easy. She sat at her table of powders and ointments bundled in her velvet dressing gown, wiping that awful lead paint from her face. He was sorry to see her remarkable hair was still in its tight braids, but that was for the best. His grasp of this tangled situation had begun to slip, maybe in the moment of Alvaro's death, maybe long before it. He didn't need further temptation. Tell me what you discovered today. I saw little of Gracia de Valera, but the Holy Child and the Prince of Olives both believe she's a fraud. Because they're not fools. If it's true, how can she hope to survive the tornado? That's not our concern. What else? Teodora had no kind words for the Empire. She spoke of blood and plunder. Santanhel leaned against the wall by the window. Tell me what she said, as clearly as you can remember. When Lucia had finished, he thought on her words. So she doesn't just hear voices, she's sensitive to objects as well. Maybe the angel is all invention, a means of tying her power to the church. Fortune didn't like it. No doubt he'll repeat every word. That's dangerous. She's been very careful about flattering the king in her predictions. For gold and silver to flow from the New World, blood must too. That's the way of conquest. But Spain's empire is a weak one. Now you're the one criticizing the king, Lucia whispered, perhaps afraid that Concha might be listening through the door. But the girl had gone off to gossip with the other maids. All empires are the same empire to the poor and the conquered. But not all empires are the same. The Dutch and the English will build markets for their goods, colonies for their taxes, new routes of trade. They will bleed the world for an age. Spain builds nothing, just spends its stolen wealth on wars that have no end. If the walls of La Casilla are wet with blood, then so are the king's monastery, and all of the churches in Madrid, and the houses of every noble. Victor would drown in it. And if I don't want to help Philip or anyone else bleed the world? Santanhel had no response to that. No matter what power or position Lucia gained, she would never be sure on ground. Oh wait. She would never be on sure ground. Even queens must fear their kings. And Victor de Paredes would control her as he had controlled Santanhel for an eternity. As if she could read his thoughts, she met his eyes in the mirror.
Be the trials
Or
of
Tuntun
honor,
Adei
the
said you are
bold
not what you
chase
seem.
glory and perish
What
in
do I seem?
flames. The worthy
Do you want your vanity
walk
stroked?
wisely and enters.
I'm a man, so the answer is always yes.
Perishing flames.
Are you? The question
what it
startled
says.
him. A man? Do you doubt it? Her cheeks pinked and her gaze
Sounds
shifted
fun.
away.
Come on,
Not the
let's go.
particulars, but you are not as other men. No, he admitted. You are El Alacran. I see you don't eat.
Dr. Jones!
I do eat,
Are
quite
you
a lot
okay?
Oh
recently.
no.
Just great.
I'm in
How
a
the
puddle
first
of
trial?
oil.
Closing
Uh-oh.
again! What are you doing?
What do you think? Trying to get out of here.
I'm gonna put that away.
I'm in the chamber of
We were
tribulation.
getting
there you
a
are.
Bella
Get up
Edwards situation
Yes,
happening.
ma'am.
You don't eat, you don't sleep. What are you?
No, you're saying it way too nice. You don't eat. You don't sleep.
Most cultures have tests
Say
of
it.
courage and
merman.
agility,
A merman.
often meant to prove that a person is ready to be an adult.
I knew it! I knew it!
But yes, someone doesn't want visitors.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. No, you're wrong.
No, I was just testing you.
You're fucking wrong, Bella.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
Bella. Wrong. All wrong.
All wrong, ding dong. Quote
All-
Edward to Bella.
All fucking wrong, ding dong. How embarrassing.
That is embarrassing for you.
You're a superhero. Nope, wrong again.
I'm the villain, Bella. I'm the villain.
Whoa.
That was actually something he said.
Did he in the book? Because I don't remember him saying
In the
that.
book, yeah, he's like, what if I'm... he said, like... what if I'm... not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?
What is stupid?
I can't say it with a straight face.
Watch it!
Bella, what if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy? But you're not. I know
What if
you.
I'm the
You would never hurt
Joker?
me. You would never hurt me.
No, Edward, you're a
That wasn't so
vampire.
bad.
That makes you
Was it?
the Batman. Sometimes I feel like the Joker.
Crossover. Ugh.
Here,
Zoe Kravitz like jumps out of a
It was
tree.
made for giants.
Meow.
Don't exist in real life.
Oh my god.
Keep hearing that. A gate this big must be guarding something.
You better hold on tight, spider monkey.
Spider-Man.
I'm a spider monkey.
Spider
More
Monkey.
dragons.
Like seriously.
That's the most fucking romantic thing I think you could ever say.
Oh.
Son.
My god.
What's this? The 10 fucking commandments.
Face the challenges of silver and
Wow,
gold.
you know what? This is like so
Forge
poignant
the
in that
sacred
the
keys.
book that I'm reading is about the Inquisition, and you're in the Vatican, in Indiana Jones, and we're talking about Bella and Edward, and Edward went to fucking Rome to get killed by the Volturi.
Damn.
Connections.
Wow. I forgot about
Yeah.
the fucking Volturi.
Yes. When I remember reading about the Volturi when I was
Yeah.
reading the books, and I thought they were so boring.
I
was like,
thought so too in the movies.
I was like, God, can we like just get over this stupid Volturi bullshit? Like, I don't care about these people. I just want Bella and Edward to get be together again.
I'm going to expose myself on
My
Vampire
12-year-old
Day, Bella.
self, thinking that it was incredible storytelling.
The shield on the statue.
But you know what? Kaylee read Life and Death recently, which is a new book by Stephanie Meyer herself, and it is gender reversals. So instead of Edward being a man, it's
How did the clergy manage to
it's a
keep hold of
female vampire,
Call him Trace
and
Edmund.
Bella is a boy, and
Whatever
Bella's
this secret
boy
order is, it's
character's name is
strictly for the
Buford.
Vatican's inner circle.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's all
Stephanie.
everyone's just a different, like the
Yeah, the
opposite
opposite
gender.
gender, yeah.
Everyone's the opposite gender. So
Honestly, from that perspective, I actually understand the story a bit better now, I think. So, I mean, I don't know, it just pertains to me more, you know?
really, why?
Just a hot vampire girl, hot werewolf girl.
Wait, all of a sudden, it's actually more geared for the male audience now. Just kidding. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it is, because it's being pined after by women who are fighting over you. No, it would be interesting if she did more play on it, like, it's a lot different.
She changes things actually. That she, like, looking back on, she wished that she had done
When thou
slightly
passest
differently
through the
in the
fires
original
of
Twilight
sin,
book.
forsake not
But
this
and so
secret,
she applied all of those to
nor
this new
flame
one
shall I kindle
apparently.
upon thee.
I don't like this.
She was able to do certain things differently. So I'm curious. Like, here's the thing. I'm curious, but I don't want to take the time to read it. I have no desire to read the Twilight books
Beats me.
again, like ever.
Must be part of his challenge.
I mean, it would be kind of fun to like go back and read it just to see if I bet it would be very nostalgic for me because I haven't touched them since probably middle school. So it would be really nostalgic if I like put on that Tears for Fears album and just started reading. That would be great. I would have like literally travel back in time. I might actually have like opened a portal to the
You
past.
might actually
that shit.
open a portal.
Yeah. I could break the space-time continuum if I did that, but
Tara, that's fucking wild.
I know. But yeah, she said she liked it.
Kaylee also liked Aliens in the Attic. Oh! Ow! My feet. Sorry, that was
Wait, are you
hot.
burning? Oh.
I don't know. It looks hot.
I think you can walk on that.
Ouch! Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, you can walk on it.
Yeah, you can, but I'm gonna pretend the floor is lava. What's this?
Okay. Yeah, that's more
Mind if I borrow
fun.
this?
Mind
Passing
if I
through
borrow
fire
this?
is a reference to Isaiah.
Do you think it's literal?
That's not good.
Did you get burned?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's literal.
Yutei, I'm trapped here.
Hang
Oh,
on.
shit.
I'll figure this out.
You sure you know what you're doing?
I need another stone tablet.
There has to be a way to open the gate.
I know. It's got to be a test.
Oh, maybe. I remember seeing there's another stone tablet on this side.
Oh.
Wow.
No, pass it to me. I'll take it to the other side.
Go, go, go.
Meet me
Run
on
it.
the other side.
Now I definitely can't walk it. Oh! Indy, you're knocking everything over.
Wow, this really does feel like the movie.
It does.
Too bad Harrison Ford was drunk at the Game Awards the other day, huh?
People are saying, "Oh wait, he's more high than drunk." I'm like, that wasn't high behavior. That was
Thanks for the help.
very drunk.
And then I was like, see, this is why they don't allow drinks at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because people will take a shot before they go on, and then they get, you know, they get drunk before they go on stage because they're so nervous.
Let's go.
And then, yeah, and it's just a bad idea.
God, we're out of there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they, I don't know if they do the same thing with the Game Awards. It seems like the Game Awards are a bit more lenient about a lot of different things.
Frankly, I think these people should make fools of themselves. It makes them more human. They're
You know
not
what?
infallible.
Good.
Angels
Point.
carrying the blazing fire of forgiveness.
Also makes the Game Awards
Is
look
this
like
the thing
unprofessional,
blacksmiths
though.
work in?
I think it's better that way. Video games should always be embarrassing at some level, I believe.
Yeah.
Forge.
True. No, you make a good point, because if it gets too stiff upper lip, it's like, it's not fun anymore, is it?
Yeah.
It's meant for fun.
You gets it, girl. You gets it. Whoa. Does that mean I completed the challenge?
Chips challenge?
I did the chips challenge. I did the one chip challenge.
Bring
Indy
Chips
just-
challenge back. Can we bring Chips challenge back? Does anyone want to take on the challenge?
What
I feel
is
like that
chips
was-
challenge?
Flowing into the
Chips challenge is
Sure is.
that old computer game on like Microsoft 95 or like Windows 95. I don't know if you remember.
You know, I could tell right away you were an
Wow.
artist.
It was really me and Chris played the crap out of that game. We would play it in preschool.
Watch it. I shower. Just perhaps less frequently out on the field.
She's telling Indy that he fucking stank. That's cruel. Poor Indy.
Look at this gate.
Ooh.
Tara, I want you to have a gate like this.
Yeah. What's that?
This is like the gates of hell.
Maybe we need to
I'm
forge
like-
the sacred keys.
I think you're right.
That's one.
Dude, I literally made a keyblade.
A symbol of the Holy See.
Of course, the keys to heaven. I've seen them on the Vatican flag.
I love when he runs upstairs. Time for the second challenge.
The shield on the other statue moved.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm right here. Let's see. Well, looks like I'm going this way.
I've never seen a place like this.
Probably not par for the course in journalism to explore hidden catacombs.
No. Usually it's things like spying on secret fascist meetings and reporting from the Ethiopian war front.
Yeah, that's boring. You suck. You're not interesting to me. Oh, child.
I don't think they.
What? Why did she just do that?
What?
She just randomly jumped. She just went.
Action
Let the light guide
shot.
your path.
She's having a
Why
lot of
is she
fun.
doing that?
She's just having a lot of fun right now.
Me, if I was an NPC.
Hot in here.
What's wrong? Bothered by a little heat?
Of course not. I'm a journalist.
Hey, shut up about you being a
It's
journalist.
gonna get a hell of a lot hotter than this.
She won't shut up about being a journalist.
Are you sure about this? That's kind of Watch out!
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Dear me, they don't want people to get in, do they?
Just another day in the office. Let's try something else.
Oh. Alright, looks like the one that glows. Yeah, there we go. This is an interesting puzzle. This one is missing a gate. I think it's on the other side. How do I get on the other side? Ooh, what's this? It's a good ass. Do I have to? What am I? Oh, I see.
Actually, I have to wash my face.
Wash your face, girly.
Gina,
I'll bring you with
help me
me.
with these chains, will you?
Ow.
Oh,
Nice work.
and finally.
You actually did it.
Oh, you had doubts?
Of course not.
Angels bearing flaming swords, guarding the gates to paradise.
Another forge, Dr. Jones.
Wow. Very cool. I made another Keyblade.
Wow.
It makes sense. Indiana Jones is Disney now.
What's so special about your missing cat?
Hold on just a second.
What's
All
she
my
do-
finds are special.
Chat, what's she doing?
But only one has been stolen by an agent of the Holy See who traveled halfway around the world, broke into my museum, and fought me for it. There's something fishy going on. I need to know what.
What's she doing, guys?
Okay, let's open it.
Whoa.
What is this
belong to a secret organization that's been working in the Vatican for over a century.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, I just heard a toilet flush.
I had to pee.
Guys.
I had to get in the bathroom.
She's drinking a lot of water, guys.
I've been drinking a lot of water.
My guess, 6th century. Angel of
Wow.
the Scroll.
Wow.
So, are you still underneath the
Yeah.
Vatican or what?
Yeah, we're in a secret church that's been in existence for a long time. Ooh, the history of the Crusades.
It's like an account of the Crusades.
No book
Were
saying
the
the history of the Crusades.
Crusades
What?
the year 1000?
Probably, yeah. Wait, I want that book. Wait, Indy's not gonna take it? We're in a secret library and he doesn't want to take the book? A sacred Bible?
Version of the Bible I've never seen before.
A varial Bible that could not be found in the historic records of the different versions of the sacred text.
They might come back.
Keep a lookout.
The secret Bible.
The secret of the Bible. Oh, what's these?
Secret Bible.
An unknown language book. I wasn't finished getting all the stuff. I didn't know that was gonna trigger a damn cutscene.
Do you know it?
It's familiar. Parts of it look like cuneiform.
Cuneiform, Tara. We know that.
I thought you were an
I do.
expert, Dr. Jones.
I am. Only one person in the world that knows more about dead languages than me.
Who's that?
Your sister, Dr. Laura Lombardi.
Oh, okay. There's a
What do we
paper
have
here. Strange writing page. Burnt paper with symbols of unknown origins. Yeah,
That's
that's...
uniform. Wait.
Terry, you
What
can't
language
read
is
that.
this?
Actually,
Junia's Prayers for Atonement.
Prayers.
Yeah, maybe you could use this book, Tara.
Lucas.
wasn't
Travel to the
cuneiform
New
phonetic
World
as well?
and
Like, it's
located
super easy to read.
word in a Locus, huh?
I'm pretty sure what it is.
Brother Locus received minimal injuries.
What do you
during
mean by
retrieval.
phonetic?
I don't know
Phonetic
about
like
metal. It appears in the form
our
of
language
a
is phonetic.
cat and
Is
has
an
been
A
placed in the
make the ah
treasury
sound.
of
Oh,
esoteric
maybe to
artifacts.
speak. I don't know about to
You
write.
have to
I
find
actually
this
don't
treasury,
know.
Gina.
To read it. Like
Maybe there's some
Korean
clues in here.
is phonetic. Like the things make like ka, ba,
Oh, yeah?
na,
You an art
like
critic
and then
too?
you put them together to form sounds into words.
Secrets of the Christian Church.
Concerning the origin of the Nephilim order.
Nephilim. What's that?
Hebrew for giant. Children of fallen angels in Judeo-Christian mythology. It's like some sort of historical record, maybe an origin. The tribe of giants swore loyalty to St. Peter during the founding of the Christian church.
Is that why the keys are so
Oh,
big?
their
Because they're
ancestral
giant
sin.
keys?
Oh, sounds very historical.
You'd be shocked, bitch.
Myth or history? Just different ways of interpreting the past.
See, Indy's a smart guy.
Wait, there is something behind the painting. Secret door.
Oh, go ahead. Open it.
Need a hand.
Mamma mia, that's the Pope.
Can you help me out, Dr. Jones?
And that's the Pope.
Someone's coming.
Get in, quick!
Oh, shit, someone's here.
I can hear someone.
Let's keep going. There's got to be an exit.
Oh, I hope it's not the giant guy.
The children of fallen angels?
In the Book of Enoch, the Nephilim corrupted God's creation, triggering the Great Flood, which cleansed the earth.
I hope I never meet one of those. Are we trapped? Is this a dead end?
That doesn't make sense.
Well, there's clearly a doorway here. I can feel air coming
There's
out
a
of here.
symbol. And what does a world-class archaeologist make of it?
I don't see the symbol. What the hell? Oh.
It's the same symbol Antonio and I found in the library.
Oh, which means...
I do have friends.
My pendant goes right here. And...
How did you...
How did you...
Amatsa.
Wow.
Give you the Vatican's treasury of esoteric artifacts.
Uh-oh.
Something there?
Oh no. Just shadows.
I don't think it's just shadows.
She knows there's something there.
Is this your cut, Mummy?
They built quite the collection here.
Come look at this.
Never seen anything like this.
I don't want to look at it.
Looks like the lost Nurgle clay idol of Edu. They say touching it summons a Sumerian death curse. If you believe that sort of thing.
Of course not.
Tara, would you touch it?
No.
Those Sumerians were onto something.
Where, Dr. Jones?
We just got in
Easy to
here, so
spot with
shut
an
up.
untrained eye.
It takes a trained eye to...
This looks like Grandma and Grandpa's
Not
house.
just any cat. Look, Gina, maybe you should leave this to the professional, all right?
Not until I found my sister, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, look.
Oh my god, stop calling me over. I'm looking at these cool artifacts. I'm like, this is my favorite freaking thing. Alright, I'll come and look.
Ooh, those
That's
Moroccan
it.
lamps. Look above you.
Well, luckily I am.
Or
a true
Egyptian.
Where
Nope,
is it?
You're
Oh,
right. Yeah.
wow.
My grandparents had a bunch of those.
Do you like those?
I love them.
Should get some of those.
Except theirs was so old and like brass, and like the brass just got so cloudy over time that it just didn't. It just looks sad after a while. They could have looked so cool though.
You can always polish the brass.
Yeah, I know you can always clean it, but nobody ever had the patience to even do that.
Oh, what the hell?
This door. I cannot open. Do you still have that pendant of yours, Dr. Jones?
No, am I gonna leave without the cat mummy? I don't know what we're doing
I
here.
remember my grandma before they moved to the assisted living, and I would go over there to like
Another ancient
help them do
Try that
things.
pendant
Definitely
of
not
yours.
Roman.
And my grandma had like silver polish. And she had me polish a bunch of her silver.
Wow.
Open the
It
door.
was so dirt. It was so unpolished and dirty.
I'm looking at all this stuff. This is all the stuff that they have.
I cannot open the door. Try that pendant
Quite the
of yours.
collection.
Oh my god. Games that do this where they're like, I have to force you to move on. Come on, I won't shut up until you move on. Move on. It's like, nope, I'm exploring. It's the whole point of the game.
You still have it.
Ziggurat Dig Report. The expedition to Ur, Iraq, led by Peruvian archaeologist Andres Silvio Uribe, was carefully monitored by Vatican agents to ensure the preservation of its secrets. Two young archaeologists, Henry Jones Jr. and Rene Belloc, were also present on site. Uribe's staff discovered a previously unknown chamber along with several artifacts. Among them was a stone tablet related to the Great Circle uncovered by Henry Jones Jr. The item was acquired by the VSA agent without rousing attention, as plenty of more mundane but also more valuable items were found by Uribe's team. Rene Belloc proceeded to steal and later sell these artifacts, which helped to mask the theft of the tablet. The loss of the artifacts damaged by Dr. Uribe's reputation, and no further inquiry was made on the loss of the stone tablet and report.
Always thought it was a damn shame what happened to Andres.
The pendant, Dr. Jones. Do you still have it?
Okay, I have it. I didn't have to bring you here, you know.
Undo this one.
You're in way over your head, Gino.
You found your cat.
In pieces.
Now I want to find Lola.
Wait, I didn't even get to look at the cat.
The archaeological significance of the Great Circle. I'm not letting this one go.
That shouldn't have let me
Care about your
continue
great
without
circle.
looking
I
at
just
the
care about my
cat.
sister.
I've had a run.
He
with
said
the
it's in
before, trust
pieces.
me. It ain't a walk in the park.
Yeah,
Okay.
we missed something.
Let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
Oh, don't close the door behind me. Damn it. We totally missed the cutscene. That's okay. It shouldn't have let me do that. Probably, and a pretty important cutscene, too. So I guess the cat is in pieces.
Wait.
Das sind alle. Schickt uns rauf.
Wait, that's German.
Was war das? Gott will nicht, dass wir die Stadt verlassen, Franz. Hör auf. War nur Spaß.
Ist wahrscheinlich nur die miese italienische Technik.
War Leonardo da Vinci nicht Italiener?
Wer?
Nichts. Nur der größte Erfinder aller Zeiten.
It's not
Von ihm gehört.
Wie kann man mit so wenig
obvious at all.
Das klang merkwürdig.
No, I didn't. Whoa! This is definitely the end of the chapter. Why don't we clear this chapter and then we'll end this for the night.
Yeah, sure.
Ugh. That felt like it hurt. This game's yellow paint is the white paint, which I forgive. It's a little less glaring than like Resident Evil 4. Go this way! Go this way! Where am I? Oh. Oh, okay. The white motif failed me. Oh, that's because I was looking at the wrong one.
Mann, ich muss pinkeln.
What the hell? Give me the gun. What the hell just happened? Oh, can I get my hat? I can. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. No. That's it. I'm shooting one of you MFs.
Ich weiß, was ich mache. Du hast nichts verloren. Schlag ihn! Ich finde dich!
No, put the gun down. That kind of set me up for failure there. What the hell? There's like 3 guys just standing there with a gun. I don't need this. I'm Indiana Jones. So many weapons. I'll take that one. The game got like really high frame rate all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Hallo, schneller, ihr verzögert unseren Abflug.
Father Gallagher.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hi there.
Why are you not in your castle? And not in the library with Father Antonio?
Just want to check out the view. You know, us Americans always nosing about.
With a gun and a whip. Hey.
You'd be surprised how often it comes in handy.
Traitors, conspirators, liars! And now I also have to deal with spies? Fate ciò che volete con lui. Mi occuperò di Antonio.
Uh-oh.
Mon Demone! Demone! Uccidete il demone!
Oh god.
Bereit machen zum Abflug.
What's going on?
Oh no. Who is that guy?
That was the guy who was coming after me, I think. Fuck, I think we missed something big. I'm gonna have to go back and look for that cutscene. Because remember there was someone following us?
Yeah, I don't know. Was it that guy maybe that was following?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they're after me.
And why?
I don't know.
Buona fortuna, amico mio.
I think we missed a major cutscene somehow. We're on a giant airship. The lighting here looks really good.
You again?
Yes, me again!
How the hell did she get on this?
Wait! Don't move! I said don't move!
I'm okay! Thanks for asking!
It's a lot of faith in that one, man. I guess we're stowing away on the German airship.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air.
Why are you following me, Strambo?
Oh, don't flatter yourself. The Great Circle's the biggest mystery in all of archaeology. Do you even know what it is?
Some kind of a fancy ring you're gonna put in your museum, perhaps?
No.
What?
Do you have any lipstick? Give it to me.
Ooh, he's gonna explain the Great Circle.
That's the Earth. Now, throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. Siwa, Giza, Persepolis, Mohenjo-Daro, Sukhothai, Nazca, Machu Picchu. Now, here's the strange part. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
Sounds like a coincidence to me.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just a fluke. Or maybe Voss found something that connects these stone relics to the Great Circle.
Nazis don't care about history, Dr. Jones. They only care about power.
Legend says that the Great Circle does have some power, something about its geometry, a deeper force that connects these sites.
Yeah, but that's superstition. And I don't believe in superstition.
Neither do I. But if Voss thinks those stone relics can help the Reich, then we have to find them before he does.
No, you have to find them. I have to find my sister.
That's the Great Circle.
That's the Great Circle.
Sorry.
Right?
I do have a pen,
Yes?
you know that?
Or
Yeah, what he just explained was the Great Circle.
okay.
Yeah.
It's an antique, by the way.
What?
A hairpin. Early 19th century.
That was a gift from my sister.
Yeah. It is quite lovely. Seems to be something.
Wow.
How about that?
Laura didn't tell me about that. I could have used it back in prison.
You were in prison.
There's so many things you don't know about me.
Well, it is a long way to Giza. Right. Gotta get some shut-eye.
Oh, he's doing the hat thing. Where to?
Good, I'm glad we're going somewhere else. Egypt. Or Cairo.
Oh my god, they're going to Giza.
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 We're about to land. This place will be crawling with Nazis any second.
Okay, let's go.
Sicher nicht mehr lange. Wer weiß, was Ganz mit seiner Ausgrabungsstätte angestellt hat, während wir weg waren. Werden wir ja bald sehen.
There's a service hatch in the back. Let's get out this way.
Alright. Alright. That's a good place to stop. I'm actually going to look up that cutscene now. Because I really want to know what happened. I somehow missed it. But I'd really like to know how I missed it. That's bad QA, if you ask me. Game testers usually test that shit.
That's quite a sight.
It is.
I'm about to find this.
For the you on.
No, no.
Oh my god, we missed a big part. Holy shit. Okay, here we go. Alright.
Locus. Traveled to the New World and located the word in a school. World.
Okay, so we go through here. We read this. We read this.
This language.
We did this part too.
Already. There's gotta be flood. Something.
Is this your cup, Mummy?
Collection touching it.
I don't see a cup
Look, Gina.
until I found my sister. Jones, look.
That's.
Alright, here's what we missed.
There you are, my friend.
Wow.
Eklokos vitutus est.
That's a real-life giant, Dr. Jones.
Yep. You're Locust, right?
Santos reliquies reponi.
Sure. Bad first impressions and all that, but that's water under the bridge. Doesn't mean that we can't still talk this out like civilized. I guess not. No.
Et dignes des morte
Over here.
bellatoris.
I can take you on.
Get it.
Fighting in a room full of very valuable.
I can take you on.
She's just throwing shit.
Lolite iocare a potestate.
This was like the boss of the level, and we totally passed it.
De exquite verities. Iram Dei.
Yeah, how did that even happen?
I legitimately don't know.
Can you stand?
Whoa, what the?
It might have been a glitch because she was telling you to move forward.
She was, yeah.
And she shouldn't have been.
Devo continuare a combattere.
Ego non volo vos vulnerare.
Take that.
I can take you on.
Well, I can feel a pulse. We don't want to be here when he wakes up.
Okay, guys,
Give me
he's
a hand,
not
will
a
ya?
giant. He's just a large man.
Just a big man.
Se il Papa lo viene a sapere, sarà la fine per me.
Amico mio, il Papa è debole, moribondo. Preferireste irritare lui?
That's
o irritare
Mussolini? We fucking missed Mussolini.
Però la mia fiducia in voi, Benito,
Vertrauen. Ein wunderbares Konzept. Nicht wahr, Herr Voss?
Vertrauen, Exzellenz, ist unabdingbar für den Sieg. Das verstehen Sie sicherlich, Pater Ventura?
ho accettato di mostrarvi la sala del tesoro segreta, ma non si può prendere niente.
Mio vecchio caro amico, non vorrete certo deludermi, vero? Herr Voss prenderà quello che gli serve.
Ma Benito, il Papa mi ucciderà.
Ich glaube, es gibt
just,
schlimmere
like-
Dinge als den Tod.
He's like the leader of what?
Was meinen Sie da?
Mussolini?
Yeah.
He's the fascist dictator of Italy at this point.
Italy. Okay, okay.
Yeah. And Irvos is a fictional character.
Kommen Sie kurz.
But he's like according to Indy, he's like some power man in World War II Germany. Works under Hitler, probably interested in like World War II artifacts.
Stellen Sie sich die Schmach vor, mit der ein
And
Mann leben
supernatural
muss,
artifacts.
wenn sein Privates an die Öffentlichkeit gelang. Die allerschlimmsten Sünden, die Gott mit dem Tod bestraft, vor aller Augen offengelegt.
Was hat man Ihnen erzählt?
Ich vertraue nicht auf bloßen Klatsch und Tratsch, Pater. vertraue ihr darauf wie die Muskeln um ihren Mund zu. Wie sich ihr orbicularis oris zusammenzieht. Ihre himmelschreienden Sünden stehen ihr buchstäblich ins Gesicht geschrieben. Widerwärtige Verbrechen gegen den Heiligen Geist. Geben Sie mir, was ich will, oder Sie werden zum Ausgestoßenen. Ein Schandfleck auf dem Antlitz der Kirche. Haben Sie das verstanden, Todd?
Sa essere molto persuasivo, non è vero?
Na gut. Folgen Sie mir.
Sind das die Schätze, die Berlin haben will, Herr Voss?
Wunderschön.
The hell is that?
Oh.
Was ist das?
Die Relikte des großen Kreises, Exzellenz.
The Great Circle. Die Kirche soll Jahrhunderte gebraucht haben, diese dreisten Relikte des großen Kreises zu finden. Und es sind nicht mal alle.
Oh, keine Sorge, Pater. Es sind nur noch 4 Stück, die gefunden werden müssen. Was dank der systematischen Effizienz deutscher Archäologen nur eine Frage von Wochen sein wird.
Ich muss Sie warnen, Herr Voss. Die Relikte sind gefährlich. Sie sollen Kräfte bergen, die nicht von dieser Welt sind.
Und genau deswegen will der Führer sie haben.
Ich erwarte, dass auch Italien von diesem Vorhaben profitiert, Herr Voss.
Vertrauen Sie mir, Exzellenz. Sobald wir alle Relikte haben, werden unsere beiden Nationen unaufhaltsam sein.
Molto bene! Felice che abbiamo risolto questa faccenda in modo amichevole.
Bereitet den Abflug vor. Danke für Ihre Mitarbeit. Arrivederci.
That guy looks
Bravo.
freaky.
He's fucked up.
No.
Wow,
Hey,
we missed all
where
of
are you
that.
going?
Following the Nazis. Back to Giza.
Back.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, so that's
It
everything.
glitched. It must have glitched somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, it led me further than I was meant to go. Well, there you have it.
Okay.
The Great Circle. And that's the end of the stream. Good night.